Fort Snelling, a day to thank Minnesota military members for their service.
It's a day full of events, but in one particular, it'll honor a Purple Heart Marine in a very special way. 5 Eyewitness News reporter Kate Renner joins us live from Fort Snelling. Kate?
Well, guys, today a $7,500 grant will be given to Lance Corporal Jason Turry. Turry is a Purple Heart Marine from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. He was injured in Afghanistan back in 2010 after an explosion hit his truck and shattered his heels. Now today at 10 o'clock this morning, he'll be given a $7,500 grant, and the grant comes from Minnesotans Military Appreciation Fund, and Roger here is the chair of that. This is kind of unique in America. This is the first of its kind.
Yeah, we're the only state-run, or we're a privately run, non-for-profit organization that finds a way to say thank you to our military members and their families and for their service and their sacrifices.
So the goal is to give a grant out to every military member?
The criteria is very simple. Anybody who's served honorably in the military in a hostile territory since 9/11 is eligible to receive a grant, and it's just our way of saying thank you to our Minnesota military members for what they've done.
And now this is a milestone grant. How many have you guys given out?
This will be our 14,000th grant, and this we've given out more than $8.5 million worth of grants.
It's incredible. And so things like this, the run, we have a 5K and a 10K coming out this morning. Right. This helps raise money for that?
This helps raise money, but it's also a way of just making awareness that we exist and that people should come out and say thank you to our service members and their families.
Thank you so much, Roger. I really appreciate it. And like I said, the 5K and the 10K and a 2-mile walk start this morning at 9 o'clock, and that grant will be given to Lance Corporal Turry at 10 o'clock this morning. Reporting live at Fort Snelling, Kate Renner, 5 Eyewitness News.
Well, today marks the 8th annual Say Thanks Day at Fort Snelling, a day to thank Minnesota military members for their service.
This is a day full of events, and one Purple Heart Marine will be honored in a very special way. 5 Eyewitness News reporter Kate Renner joins us live from Fort Snelling. Kate?
Well, guys, today a $7,500 grant from the Minnesotans Military Appreciation Fund will be given to Lance Corporal Jason Turry. Jason Turry was serving in Afghanistan in 2010 and was hit by an explosion and suffered shattered heels from that. This is just one of 14,000 grants that the MMAF has given to soldiers that are from Minnesota, and I am joined now with Sergeant David Jensen, and you have received multiple grants from this fund. Tell me, how much have you gotten from them?
The Minnesota Military Appreciation Fund has given me $10,000 for my Purple Heart grants for being injured twice while I was serving in the military.
So you're a 2-time Purple Heart recipient. What does that mean for you to get $10,000 just in cash?
Yeah, it was really, really great. I was completely overwhelmed with joy. Absolutely super thankful. It was able to help me get ready to go to college and stuff, because I was just getting out of the military when I got the grant, and it helped me transition back into that college lifestyle. So
yeah, it's a challenging time, and this organization wants to thank you for your service. You've gotten involved now because you're just so grateful for what they've given you. Tell me what you do now with the organization.
What I do now is I'm part of the steering committee. So what I do is I go to monthly meetings to help plan events like this and events like our dinner that we have in the fall, and also go to other events that people are having on our behalf in order to raise money for this great cause. And I just I look at it this way: is a lot of people came together to give this money to me. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that we raise money to give it to the soldiers that are coming home after me.
Way to go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now, part of the way they raise money this morning, they'll be hosting a 5K and 10K run. That starts at 9 o'clock, and then the grant will be given to Lance Corporal Jason Turry at 10 o'clock this morning. Reporting live at Fort Snelling, Kate Renner, 5 Eyewitness News.
Dozens of Minnesotans said thank you to members of the military today. It was Say Thanks Day at Fort Snelling.
5 Eyewitness News reporter Kate Renner was there as a Purple Heart Marine received a gift that he won't soon forget.
You can say thanks many different ways: by wearing the phrase on your t-shirt, by running in honor of a service member, or today, one organization said thanks by handing out $7,500 in cash.
I'm happy to be part of it. Very very humbling experience to be here.
And all they have to do is apply, and if they serve, they receive the grant.
For Roger Sitt, the chair of Minnesotans Military Appreciation Fund, this was the 14,000th grant his organization handed out.
Citizens of Minnesota that wanted to say thank you for all the sacrifices that were being made, not only by the military service member, but also their families when they're deployed.
For 6 years, MMAF has given out $8.4 million. Today, it was to Lance Corporal Jason Turi, who was wounded in Afghanistan 2 years ago.
Well, it's definitely honoring. Very appreciative.
David Jensen has been given $10,000 from MMAF after receiving 2 Purple Hearts during his time overseas.
It helped me, transition out of the military, started going to college, and being a newlywed at the time, it helped me, get furniture and things like that in order to establish my life after the military.
Grants are also given to every single military member from Minnesota who serves overseas since 9/11.
Just to help make ends meet since they're getting reacclimated back into the job market.
And for Lance Corporal Turi's future, the sky's the limit.
Well, the housing market is looking pretty good these days. I want to save some money, put a down payment on a house.
Today was about saying thanks for their past service, as well as lending support for their future endeavors. In St. Paul, Kate Renner, 5 Eyewitness News.